everybody, and welcome back to SIMIAN JIMMY'S Treehouse, the only podcast where every guest has to climb up a 3-story treehouse to get inside. I am SIMIAN Jimmy, joined today by the original Peach of the Is It Kino podcast, who made a miraculous return months ago. Thank God for that shitty Harry Potter prequel spin-off movie. That's right, it's Erich McCoy!
It's really, it takes a lot out of me to get up that treehouse.
Yeah, I probably should install that elevator that Florian requested.
God damn it. All right.
Well,
how's it going?
Well, now that you've got your wind back within 1 second, I guess we can keep going.
That's the thing. I'm very easy to knock out, but then I also get back up again.
1 second recovery. Did you drink a 5-hour energy or something?
I drank 3 5-hour energies, so I should be good for 15.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah,
they stack like that. Erich McCoy, you and we have a deep and rich history, and I thought today we should evaluate it, explore it, because a lot of people probably don't know. A lot of people just hear us discussing and reviewing movies all the time, and we don't really get the chance to talk about, real shit, personal lives, that kind of stuff. And that's what the treehouse is for. It's for me to invite all my friends and pick their brain, and they can pick my nose, and, lots of picking going on.
Hell yeah. Love that. Love that I get to see your boogers.
That's right. And it's very appropriate that we do a movie review podcast, because that's literally how we met, was through a movie review podcast that we were both fans of.
Was it the fucking Flophouse?
Yeah, of course it was
Facebook
the Flophouse.
page?
Yeah. And it wasn't even we didn't even meet each other. A guy I went to high school with who introduced me to the Flophouse podcast was, his name's Dakota, and he was in this Facebook fan page. I don't think I was even in there. I think I got kicked out of that Facebook group.
Of course you did. Of course you
Because I was defending a Serbian film, saying, no, it's actually a good movie. And some asshole named Jesse Whitehead was fucking dogging on me and got me kicked out of the group.
Yo, I hate that bitch. I haven't been in that
guy.
fucking group for up to 5 or 6 years, but I fucking remember that fucker.
Oh, did Jesse Whitehead fuck with you too?
I just found him annoying.
Well, hey, Jesse Whitehead, if you're out there, I just want you to know, the only fame you've ever had is being the annoying person in a Facebook fan group, and now we're making fun of you on a podcast, so I guess I won!
Man. You earned this.
That's right. And a Serbian film is Kino, so, he's just a pussy, I have to imagine.
Right, but, never seen it. Never seen a Serbian film.
So, did you and Dakota, add each other as friends, or did you guys just talk on the Facebook group?
Yeah, I mean, we would private message each other, DM, whatever.
Lots of flirting?
Yeah, lots of flirting, lots of nudes sent between us, but had a great time just talking, shooting the shit with him. And then, of course, you as well.
I'm trying to think if I have any public videos that Dakota appeared in, because he did help me film some stuff at some point. Mm-hmm. He in Snap Crackle Cop, he played the police commissioner. Yeah,
right.
That was him.
Did a great job.
That's right. Yeah, one of the highlights of the film, really. And we were going to do this 48-hour film contest to make Snap Crackle Cop. And how did you get invited to that? Because you don't live in Iowa. You live on the East Coast. Why the fuck did you want to fly out to be in a 48-hour film with people you've never met before?
So, it just so happens that sometimes things come together in an interesting way. So the only reason I was willing to come out there was because my dad had recently committed suicide.
Oh my God!
He had always wanted to see Graceland. So I was like, okay, I'll scatter his ashes at Graceland, surreptitiously. Not that the Graceland people would want that, but I definitely fucking scattered his ashes all around the property.
Now, hypothetically, if I'm mentally disabled and I don't know what Graceland is, could you explain what that is?
Graceland is the home of Elvis Presley. It's this very gaudy, very I don't know, retro disgusting home of the king himself.
Was your dad a big Elvis stan?
Yeah, he loved fucking Elvis.
Dude, and Eggy would have been best pals, because Eggy thinks he is Elvis at this point.
Wow, incredible. Yeah. He was a huge Elvis fan, so I'm like, yeah, that's where I'll scatter some of his ashes. And
then he said, fuck it, I'll just take him to Iowa instead. He'll never know.
Yeah, I might, while I'm out in that area of the country, I might as well fly also to Iowa. And yeah.
Wow.
Many memories were made.
So did you bring any of that pathos from the death of your father into your character in Snap, Crackle, Cop, the man who wears a mask and kidnaps little women?
I think that's why that's such a popular character. I think
Yes.
If you look through the YouTube comments, everybody is like, I love that crook with the mask. He brings so much pathos to the role.
The less fat of the two fat henchmen.
Oh, so great.
You and Biggs, what a great duo.
That mask is one of those like light therapy masks for like
for acne. Yeah, no, it was one of the ones I had used because my acne was so bad in high school that my mom just started buying any product she could find.
Any and everything.
And I was like, is this like some homeopathic bullshit? Like, there's no way shining blue and pink lights on my face is gonna fix it. And it definitely did not improve at all. Like, she wasted hundreds of dollars on that shit. Mm-hmm. But it did turn into a pretty useful prop in the movie.
Hell yeah. Little did you know it would come in handy.
Yeah, it's like this white mask with just like you can see through the eyes, and then sunglasses like to like the stands or whatever to put on your ears. Like, you can just wear this mask like a sunglass. I thought that was cool.
Pretty incredible. Yeah.
I think we just like put like a black X on it made of tape, and we said, okay, that's your character.
Yeah, it looked great. That's the kind of shit that goes down during film production. You make some things up and it works.
Do you have any memories from the set of that short film? Because it really is just a blur in my brain. So much was happening, and we were really like, I don't think I slept the whole 48 hours. Like, everybody else at least got a few hours.
It was really so much running around, like from place to place, figuring out where we were going to shoot, how we were going to shoot. I think I remember we were backing up a trailer.
That's right.
Bumped into someone.
Yeah, the weird little like police car golf cart thing was on the back of the trailer because we had to travel on a highway at one point, and you can't take that on the highway. It only goes like 30 miles an hour. Right. And we backed into we went to Biggs's trailer park to film in his disgusting trailer where the front door is held on with duct tape, and we backed up into his neighbor's car and smashed the lights. But really, it was Patchy's fiance who did it, so no skin off my bones. It's my brother's girlfriend's problem.
It just incredible. And that was one of the moments where I had a great time all throughout that day or those 2 days. And then during that moment, I was just like, I need to be anywhere else right now.
Oh, really? Because I think I have so little empathy. I literally did not care. Like my stress level did not go up or down. I just literally didn't care.
I have a very heavy fight or flight reflex, and it's flight every time.
The opening scene, I feel bad for you and Biggs and for Patchy's fiance because we filmed the opening scene. I wanted it to be a 1 minute tracking shot, and it somehow took us 3 hours to complete. I do believe. Like, how many times do you think we did that until we got it right?
Was it like 7 or 8, or was it?
I think it was much more.
Fuck.
We wasted a lot of time trying to get that right, but ultimately, I think it came out pretty good.
It turned out. See, sometimes you like put a lot of time into something, and then you get a decent output.
Yeah, but the problem is the scene required you and Biggs to like manhandle this woman you'd never met before and throw her up, and it's like, well, I guess we have to do this over and over again.
Very awkward. Very right. Like, that was the first time I had ever like acted in something, and even though I was just a crook, just a henchman, it was very like odd to just everyone in that scene kind of knows we're just here to do this scene, but then you have to like put your hands on people and like carry people around or like manhandle people. It's just odd. It's like, everybody's there to do the same thing, but we're all just kind of like, okay, I guess we're gonna do this.
And again, no empathy from me. I don't care. It's like, just fucking grab her, throw her. I don't care. If you hurt her, it's fine.
Little action figures posing us around, making us sing. Yeah.
You guys were my chess pieces on my way to win, great victory at the 48-hour film festival. My only goal is to get the gold.
You truly have the mind of a director, an auteur.
Good. Yeah, I'm the next Christopher Nolan if you pay close attention to the directing of that short film.
Maybe more like a Wally Pfister, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean, but I hope that's a compliment. I'll just assume it is.
Wally Pfister was Nolan's cinematographer, and then he made that shitty movie Transcendence with Johnny Depp, and it did not go well for him.
Did they advertise that movie as directed by the cinematographer of Christopher Nolan?
I don't know. I think he produced that movie, so it was probably like from producer Christopher Nolan. And I don't fucking know.
That's a big yikes from me. So
backhanded compliment. Yeah.
You, of course, after we were done filming, you had to go back home, and I'll never forget this, Erich. You know, it was just everybody had left. 48-hour film. We finished it. It's all good. And the only two remaining scragglers are you and me. And as I'm taking you to the airport, we stop for a little breakfast date at Village Inn. Very romantic moment. And I'm sad to, report that Village Inn has been replaced with a Tex-Mex restaurant.
Fuck! What the fuck? And I'm sure it's not good. I'm sure in Iowa it's terrible.
Every bit of Mexican food I've had in Iowa has been so bland, no spice at all. Like, it might as well have been made by white people at that point. So if you ever return, we can't go to that sacred Village Inn to enjoy some more pie.
We can't recreate that famous like diner moment.
Yeah, that magical moment. It's too bad.
Damn. What's funny is my memory is fucking terrible, so I did not remember that until you just brought it up now, and then like, oh yeah. Like I have a fucking awful memory.
Yeah, we're lucky we didn't die on the way to the airport, because I think I was about 50 hours without sleep.
I think you did a fantastic job keeping up energy and keeping up, like, just you got the shots you needed. You got everybody to cooperate. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I can't believe I used to be passionate about something back in the day. How do I revive that? How do we get it back? Correct me if I'm wrong, Erich, but I think we've only met up in person 3 times. Is there a 4th?
Yeah, that
I'm forgetting.
makes sense. Because there was a Flophouse live show. There was,
there's that famous video of us on a New York subway, alone in the car. Nobody else is there, and we're singing Brad Dassey's "I'm Coming Home," which I guess I'm going to plug that in here because it's just a classic video.
We are born, then we live, then we die. It's the circle of life. We are free, freedom to lead in one God in this nation. We love God, yes we try, it's the circle of life. We are free. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. We must do all we can for our battle plan. I'm coming. We must love, we must laugh, we must pray before we pass. We must know, we are shown after we live in, and we must pray as we say, the time's come at last. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Yeah! I'm coming.
Absolutely. We make beautiful music together. I remember when we first met up for that New York live show, that I think that was the first time a picture went around of me, and people were not expecting my face.
I guess they hadn't seen your face before.
Right. They had just seen the masked man.
Well, I don't know. Were they really that shocked? I think your face is pretty standard for a human, right?
Yeah, I think so. But I think my voice doesn't really match my face. So
really,
I think people were shocked that this was the voice that comes out of this.
What are they expecting?
Don't know. Not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think every component of Erich, checks out to me.
Aw, that's sweet of you to say.
Sure, I guess. I mean, did we have anything else happen that was fun when we were hanging out in New York? Because I hardly remember that trip. What was the Flophouse even reviewing at that point? The
God.
Stephen King Dark Tower thing? Or is it something else?
I think that was it because I had definitely seen that movie and knew what they were talking about when they were reviewing it.
I think we did an Is It Kino on that movie.
We did. We for sure did.
Yeah.
I've been to so many of those fucking live shows that they all kind of blend together to me. I've probably been to the like 6 or 7 of those. So yeah, it's all kind of one nonsense. And then Asperger was there too.
That's right. Asperger, if you listen to the uploaded version of that live show, you can hear his voice asking a question because he went up and asked a question to the Flophouse.
Of course he did.
Cannot remember what the question was, though. And I was too nervous to even ask a question, but he didn't care because he had no idea who these people were.
Yeah, and that's just who Asperger is that it doesn't matter whether he knows someone or whether he has an idea what's going on, he's going to make his voice known.
Yeah.
I remember like we went to I don't think it was Hinterlands at the time, it was a different bar. But we did meet Dan McCoy after that, right?
That's right. We realized that we were sitting next to him and like nobody was talking to him. He's like sitting alone in the dark and he's like the main host of the live show that we had just seen. So I asked him, are you Dan McCoy? And he says, yeah. And I say, can we get a picture with you? And he's like, well, if you want to. I don't know why anybody would want to. Like,
why would you want to? Yeah.
Do you think he was doing a put on, or does he really have that?
No, that's really how he is. He is just so like humble and.
I mean, when I go to a fan meetup for my fans, I'm not shocked that they want to take a photo with me. Like,
yeah,
dude, we came here for you, dude.
Sure, that's just his natural affect, though. Like that's even I kind of feel like even if that is kind of put on, that's just how he always is anyway.
Just extremely depressed and low self-esteem.
Yes,
like you're 40 years old, dude. Like grow up.
Well, also he's a comedy writer, so he's not really used to the spotlight. But I guess he has done the podcast and a bunch of live shows and shit. So yeah.
And I don't know if we have made this clear, but Is It Kino only exists because of the Flophouse, and like even your name, Erich McCoy, is just stolen from Dan McCoy. Like your name's not McCoy. I just called you that because it's funny for us.
You know, along the time of history, lots of people have taken false names. And McCoy is one of those great, like, false last names to take.
Are you even Irish?
Partially.
Oh, so this is not stolen
much.
valor.
It's not. I don't think I'm a lot Irish, but I'm a little Irish.
Have you, I think this might be a Patreon question later, but I remember we made a bet during the election of Donald Trump. I think it was, if Trump won, you would have to legally change your name to E-Bitch McSoy. So how's that going? Have you got the petition going around yet?
I think it was denied. I think the court order was denied.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
It is. It's an interesting name for sure. There's a story behind that.
I guess so.
Story I don't want to tell or be part of.
The story nobody should hear. And then the third and final time, of course, was when you came to my house in Raleigh, North Carolina, to play Mr. Erich, the homeschool Christian teacher in the short film Monkey Jones Stops a School Shooting, which very well might be better than Snap, Crackle, Cop.
Here's the thing. I think that Snap, Crackle, Cop is shorter. Is it shorter?
Oh, yeah, it's like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I think Snap, Crackle, Cop is shorter and like more succinct to the point. But I think that like the length of Monkey Jones Stops a School Shooting really just lets us play in that world. The Vincent the Atheist stuff, all that stuff. It just really works. Yeah,
I think it was like 23 minutes, and there are no less than 5 scenes that end with, yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got myself here.
Right.
Did you ever get one of those? I don't think
we all know they get funnier every single time. Second?
I don't think you had a moment where you got to say that line.
I don't think I did.
It's like both of my characters and Asterios and the YMS, Adam Ruins, or not Adam Ruins Everything, Adam, whatever his name is.
I can't believe you got Adam Conover to be in Monkey Jones Stops a School Shooting. Wow.
Do we like Adam Conover? I feel like he might be infuriating.
He definitely is infuriating.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me.
No, for sure. I hate his hair. I hate tall hair, generally speaking.
Yeah, he's trying too hard.
Yeah.
But you know what? His shows, 5 out of 10. Good enough to watch. Not bad.
Incredible. Good job.
I've seen every episode of Adam Ruins Everything and even his new Netflix show that he did with Obama. And that show
I didn't even know he did a show with Obama. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's called...
Is that part of Obama's Netflix deal? That he just...
It might be. It's called The G Word, and it's just like 6 episodes about what the government does.
Wow.
It did teach me one thing, though. I literally learned something watching that show. It's that on your weather app, when it says 80% chance of rain, that means it is raining in your area, but there's only an 80% chance it's over your head.
Over your head,
yeah.
Okay.
I never knew that.
It's the overall area of that space, not the chance that it will rain.
Yeah, because sometimes like it'll be storming outside and it'll say like 10% chance, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's literally raining. Like it's 100%. But no.
My friend told me that, and I did not believe her.
Well, Adam Conover just ruined everything again.
Yeah, he ruined everything for me. Fuck. Right.
Do you have any memories from shooting that other short film that you want to bring up?
I remember that I'm a fucking terrible actor, and it takes me fucking forever to learn my lines and know what to say. I got major stage fright during that one.
I honestly don't even remember that. Did we have to film your scenes the most amount of times? Like
I think so, and like it felt like a lot of takes. Like I feel like partially you and Asterios are such like pros at this because I think you are both like natural screen presences.
Well, also we have like a decade of practice doing it, and you've really never done it before.
Yeah. So I just felt like every time I was fucking up the lines, I was like, fuck, we're wasting time. I am not good at this.
Yeah, well, we had a lot more than 48 hours that time, so...
Right. So it probably wasn't a problem, but I felt very self-conscious doing that, so...
Let me ask you this, Erich. At any point, did you think, now I'm trying to be an actual high school teacher, and now I'm appearing in this Monkey Jones short film using my real face, playing a teacher. Maybe this will like stop me from getting a job. Like at any point, did you think
that I also wear while being a substitute? It did cross my mind, you know?
Briefly. If I were you, I wouldn't have done that. Like, the reason why I wore a mask in my early videos, other than the horrible acne, was because I was also trying to be a school teacher.
So,
what's going on?
So I have a funny story about that.
Okay.
I did that video. I felt fine about it because I was like, oh, you had a following. You had a decent YouTube presence. There was some
emphasis on had.
Yes, you kind of found the thing there, but like the chances of some kids or some adult or some parent seeing me in a video when I was teaching kids, I thought was slim enough that I would be fine.
Any superintendent that is watching Monkey Jones, probably should not be respected or have his position of power in the first place. So you're better off avoiding those schools.
I was very wrong because while I was long-term subbing at a school district, a kid came up to me and asked me if I was Erich, and I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck? How
did your heart stop? Like, wow, my life is over. Like, there's no coming back.
I denied everything. I was fucking like,
wow,
no, that's
the
not
sub
me.
is lying to the students now.
Yep. I just completely denied it. He would badger me about it occasionally. I just denied everything.
So you have to know, like, he had to have shown all the kids in the class the video at some point.
Yeah, for sure. And I believe he showed one of the teachers too, and I don't think the teacher cared that much.
Wait, good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like you said anything that bad in the movie.
Right. But just the whole school shooting angle of it and making fun with that kind of tends to be a non-starter sometimes. I did have one of the teachers come up to me from the social studies department and be like, hey, if anybody mentions this, just kind of explain it really quickly and say that that's like behind you kind of thing. So that, like, look, that's not the reason I'm not a teacher, but that was always in the back of my mind is that if I would ever get a teaching job, I would have to either explain that at some point or talk about it and just kind of be like, I'm not making videos anymore. I'm not in videos. You don't have to worry about that.
I mean, if they're letting porn stars and strippers read books to small children in the school now, like, why can't you have played a teacher in a movie?
Yeah, you'd think that would give me some credibility. I come across as a teacher on screen. That's half the fucking gig.
Yeah, at the very least, you can pretend to be a teacher. You know, you're halfway there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what is the reason why you're not a teacher? Because I was very happy to take the blame, but you have an actual reason?
I interviewed at a couple places. I was not a good interviewer, I don't think. I think there were several things I just tend to fuck up in interviews. But I think I was on the brink of getting a job right before COVID hit. And then as soon as COVID hit, they stopped hiring. Now they're hiring a lot, but after COVID, I was just like, well, fuck this. I don't want to be in a fucking school with a bunch of sick kids, and some kids are dying, and like they're I'm trying to think, their families are dying, like all of that shit. I was just like, I don't want to put up with that.
Yeah,
and
this is not worth $35,000 a year.
Right. And I also started looking at that as well and being like, God, do I really want to do all of this? Like, here's the thing. They increase the workload that teachers have to do, because now you have to do both in class and then online classes to help the kids who aren't in school. So that's like basically 1.5 or double your work anyway. And there's just very little benefits of being a teacher, and it just, it was less and less appealing as the years were creeping on. So
yeah, I would say bullet dodged. Like once I saw the state of education during COVID and like teachers having to put up with these Zoom classrooms and like keep the attention of 30 kids on fucking Zoom, and the kids are just like rampantly cheating using the internet. I've never been happier that I chose not to be a teacher, because that would have been just legitimate hell for years, and it's still not getting any better.
Lots of teachers are quitting right now, so like there's definitely openings at this point. But and I actually was subbing for another class when COVID started to hit, and so it was part of the ramp up to online teaching, and it was fucking awful. I know that stuff like that will get better as they start to implement stuff, but it was bad. Like, there's just no interaction with the kids, really. If a kid decides not to do something, there's no way to follow up to them. There's no way to like contact them if they're not going to be contacted. So it's just, it's so bad.
And also, at least you have like a great height. Like you're a very tall man. For me, when I'm doing student teaching in a high school, like all these kids are literally bigger than me. Like these motherfuckers thought I was the new kid. They didn't know.
You should have gone into elementary school teaching, so the kids are like at least 3 or 4 inches smaller than you.
Well, I don't know how they do it over there, but 3 or 4. But through my program in college, I did have to do elementary, middle school, and high school. Did you have to do all 3?
No.
Oh yeah, I actually really enjoyed doing elementary, because it's like there's no pressure. I don't have to worry about forgetting the material, because it's all fucking basic, easy shit. And like the kids are like programmed to respect you in the way that middle schoolers and high schoolers are not. Because to them, I am a tall adult.
In elementary school, there's a lot of instant buy-in. Like, kids will, for the most part, just assume that you're the authority figure and just instantly listen to you.
And I also, I still have my childlike imagination. So, I can always relate to these kids, and, they'll tell me some dumbass story, and I'll actually be entertained. So yeah, maybe, maybe my future is in elementary school teaching. I could teach them all about Elliot Rodger and, really get them prepared for middle school and all the horrors that await.
You can do counting with them, count how many whores are slaughtered in the streets.
Yes, how many people were shot on the streets of Isla Vista. Yeah, like the count from Sesame Street.
Yeah, from Sesame Street.
Yeah. Do we have, from everything we've talked about, do we have anything else we want to touch on or comment on before I move on to the Patreon questions?
How are you doing as a YouTuber, as a person? What's up?
I think I might be getting back into the kick of making actual videos. I've been working hard to post 2 or 3 podcasts every week, basically all year, but People, they miss the old scripted videos. I've actually got one basically almost finished right now. Maybe it'll even be out by the time this podcast comes out.
Nice.
Eggy is coming down in a few days to film Wheel of Cursed Meals 5. So
Yep.
on the main Simian Jimmy channel, there should be a lot of good stuff coming out soon. So, no more complaining. The podcast people should be happy and the video people should be happy. And when they're all happy, that's when I'm happy.
He takes your criticisms, he takes your suggestions into account.
That's
what more
right.
can you want from this man?
Yeah.
I really admire your hustle. You've got a great grind set. You're constantly putting stuff out.
No.
I think it's,
the last few years, the hustle and grind set, not so much. But, I've been putting stuff out at least.
no, I mean, like, I think the amount of podcasts you put out just...
But most
generally
people
is a
think
lot.
that, people who listen to podcasts think that they're the easiest thing in the world. Those very same people, if they tried to record one, it would be dog shit, full of dead air, mumbling, like they can't hold a conversation with anybody. So these motherfuckers who are so critical about, it's so lazy content, you could not do the worst episode of Is It Kino is better than the best thing you will ever make in your life. So don't even fucking
Absolutely.
step to me.
And you should fucking kill yourself if you think otherwise.
Wow, Rich, that's even more brutal coming from you.
Yeah.
That's rough. Wow, he really means it too.
That's how you know.
Yeah, wow.
I have experience.
Yeah. What about you? How have you been doing? I know you work like 18 jobs at a time.
Yeah, I'm down to 2 jobs now rather than 3. I am also taking classes. My one employer pays for them, which is nice. I'm getting into networking, so I'll be a networking guy eventually.
But are you still using your degree, that like your college degree, or is it basically useless at this point?
No, it's fucking useless to me. But also, Joe Brandon has given me $20,000. So
Joe Brandon.
yeah,
Wait, he gave you how much money?
20,000, baby.
Wait, for what?
Okay, so here's how it breaks down. If you got Pell Grants, which means that you're very fucking poor, like I was, you get an extra $10,000. So
Base.
10,000 plus 10,000, 20,000. I'll be $5,000 in debt, but that's much better than a fucking 25K. So
if I also got a Pell Grant, but I've also already paid off my college, will he just give me a $10,000 check, or does it have to be deducted from what I owe?
You should take a single class and then apply for debt relief and then hope that they give you 10,000.
I was looking at taking a 1 year how to do taxes for a small business class at DMAC.
Oh wow!
And the tuition's only $2,800. So am I going to make like a $7,000 profit from that, or?
I don't think that's how it works.
Damn.
Unfortunately,
I really want to scam the government, but it's just so hard.
It's so hard. It's not like there's an entire system of people that have figured out how to do that exactly.
Yeah, I need to buy the book that the guy with all the question marks on his clothes wrote, because he knows how to scam the government, I think.
Who are you talking about?
They talked about him on the Flophouse a few months ago. Like that guy and his like hat and his jacket are like covered in question marks, and he makes commercials about how you can, like, he'll teach you how to scam the government out of money.
Whoa, that sounds fucking cool. I want to see this guy.
Yeah, well, I'll find
shit.
him and send him to you after the show. His name's like Mr. Money or some stupid shit. Just
About time.
Just Google question mark guy. I think that might be his name.
All right. I think I'd get Riddler.
He's kind of the
my
real
search
life
result.
Riddler. Question mark guy commercial. Yep, he's the first thing that pops up. Matthew Lesko.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta look at this guy with his. I need to get his question mark jacket. It
All right,
does look
gotta
pretty
get some of that government money.
That's
That
right.
government cheese.
Anyway, I told my Patreon Discord, patreon.com/monkey if you want to join, that we are recording with Erich McCoy. If you have any questions, let's hear them. And we got a whole bunch of questions, so
Hell yeah.
unlike every time I record with Eggy and we run out of time for questions, we're actually getting to it on time today.
Wow. Incredible.
Willie the Warden wants to know, why did the Erich delete his YouTube channel, and can he make another one, please?
Okay, interesting question. I think I remember Willie Warden from back in my streaming days. I was just burnt out at the time. I am normally working 3 jobs at any single time, and between that and YouTube and making videos, which I feel like I didn't really start to get much traction. I know that the very loyal, like 7 or 8 people that were constantly on my channel very much enjoyed my content, and I very much appreciate their time. But I was just burnt out, and
my assumption always was
on.
You deleted YouTube and stopped going on Is It Kino because you didn't want the reputational hit when you're trying to be a teacher.
That's a falsehood.
Oh shit! Okay, I guess I was wrong the whole time. I was like, oh yeah, I guess if I was trying to be a professional teacher, I wouldn't want to be on a Monkey Jones podcast either. Especially at that time. Like, that's when it was really hot button.
Yeah, things change. You know?
Yeah, thank God that you're in a new career field that allows you to be on a podcast.
That's why I'm back, in fact.
So you're not going to make a new one then?
Don't think so. I don't think I have the time for that.
Well, so there are no backups of all that great content, and the only video I can remember is you and Florian reviewing the Hobbit trilogy, and I think you guys also did Batman vs. Superman without me.
Man, we reviewed a ton of shit on there. Jesus Christ.
Damn, no backups ever.
Look, I love Florian. Don't let him know I said that. I hope he doesn't listen to this.
He doesn't.
So he doesn't
Don't worry.
Good. But he was working me like a goddamn hog when we were making stuff together. I felt like I was constantly watching shit for that podcast, and I was just like, so just burnt out by it.
Is modern day Is It Kino any different? Like, I'm making you review every episode of She-Hulk. We have to watch entire seasons of Breaking Bad.
I would have done that stuff myself. Like, I always am revisiting TV shows, so Breaking Bad isn't too hard for me. And I mean, I watch all the Marvel shit, unfortunately, so I was going to get around to She-Hulk. And I like talking to you guys about the stuff anyway, so, you know.
Have you started the season 2 rewatch yet?
I have not. I'm going to start it soon.
I am 2 episodes in, and I think I could just do an entire podcast just on the season 2 premiere episode. I'm prepared to give a TED Talk about why the episode 747 is the Ozymandias of its time.
Wow. Damn. I thought you didn't like that.
That episode?
The plane stuff. No, the plane stuff.
No, I'm talking about just the season 2, episode 1.
Okay. All right.
Like, that episode, they've really brought it. Like, they took the big hiatus for, between season 1 and 2, and they came back and fucking knocked it out of the park. In my opinion, like, by far the best episode up to that point, as of airing. And, maybe now that you've heard me say that, maybe when you watch it, maybe you'll pick up on, the true Kino.
The genius.
That's
genius.
Right.
I'm interested in that just because it's amazing to me how Breaking Bad did not really ramp up at any point until the very end. I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about the audience, where very just slowly gaining audience throughout. And then the second half of season 5, it's just millions of people jump on.
The same thing happened with Better Call Saul, and it pisses me off because...
Is it Netflix? It goes on Netflix? And
No, it's because these people have no attention span. They can't watch a show unless they binge the whole thing, and Better Call Saul, they'll give you 10 episodes, and then you have to wait a year and a half, so everybody just waited until it was over.
Wow.
Meanwhile, guys like you and me are in the trenches, from episode 1 all the way to the finale, watching it as it airs, waiting 2 years to find out, did Chuck burn to death, we went through this shit. And I guess I can't be too mad because I did jump on the Breaking Bad bandwagon at the end of season 4, so basically I'm the Zoomer here, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I think I remember being spoiled for the Saul death, or not the Saul death. Fuck, for the Gus's death by 4chan, by the leak of his half skeletonized face or whatever, and just being like, what the fuck is this?
And 4chan's the only reason why I even watched the show. I would always browse the TV board, and people were saying, Breaking Bad is the greatest show ever. You guys got to watch this. So then, and as soon as I saw it was Bryan Cranston, I said, okay, I'll watch anything that he's in.
It's got to be good.
Malcolm is my favorite sitcom ever, and now Breaking Bad is my favorite drama ever, really. I'm really enjoying season 2 so far, but enough about that. We'll get to that in a few weeks.
Yeah, yep.
Florian Squid wants to know, and this is the real Florian. Erich, did you break your record of having 3 jobs at the same time yet?
No, I did not. I'm down to 2. It'll take me a little bit to get back up to 3, or back to 4, I guess.
Well, Is It Kino is kind of like a job, so were you doing...
Is It Kino's kind of job, does going back to school count as a job?
I think it does.
I'm taking 2 classes, so
takes up a lot of time.
Maybe Kino and my 2 jobs counts as 4.
I mean, honestly, going to class and doing homework is a lot more work than 90% of jobs I can think of, so I would count that as a job.
Then the answer is yes. I do have 4 jobs right now.
Fuck yeah. So Florian, who has 0 jobs and yet a net worth probably 100 times more than us combined. Yep, we're still working, Florian, don't worry.
Florian, write me into your will, please. I'm begging you.
Or just write us a check right now. Like, pay us for being your friend.
Well, I was going to kill him.
He will pay women to go on dates with him, but he won't pay us to talk to him on Discord? I don't think that's fair.
That's not fair. Yeah.
Like, our relationship has to be more valuable to him than some whore. But maybe not.
We should just, the next time he's on, we should just ask him, what is this worth to you?
Well, we can ask him when we're going to record a podcast with him in about 20 minutes, so we can...
Perfect.
We'll give him the ultimatum and say, hey, this is the last episode unless you pay up.
We're gonna walk away.
No, we're just going to stop inviting him on. We'll just do it without him. He has to pay admittance to the podcast.
That's a way to get him. Holy shit.
I think he would. He used to help us pay for putting Is It Kino on, like, Spotify and shit, so I guess...
I don't know what his parents are like, even whether they're still alive.
Well, he said his mom is asexual.
Okay. Yeah. Could we get his asexual mom to pay us?
Or get her to replace him on the show.
I would love to talk to Florian's mom.
Yeah, she could tell us about how she's not attracted to any of the actors in any movie because she's asexual.
Cool. Awesome.
Is it shocking to you that Florian Himsel's mother claims to be asexual?
Not in the slightest. It
How is he even made? Do they have actual storks over in Austria?
The thing I just thought of should not be said.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, thankfully, Florian will not listen to this. I really hope so.
Florian, I hope you're not listening.
Hey, speaking of our fellow podcasting co-hosts, Riley wants to know, Erich, be honest. How do you feel about the new extended Kino cast? Kino Corner, Weekend Warrior, Aggie, Heartsy, etc. Does any part of you wish it was just you, the Mumkey, and the Squid?
No part of me wishes that. I think that everyone we've added adds interesting introspection and perspective onto the show. Sometimes it can get a little bit crowded, but I think that really, the more the merrier for this show, at least, as long as I'm there.
How long was Is It Kino just you and me?
A couple of years, right?
Really?
3 years? Or
3 years of just us? We didn't add Florian for that long?
Maybe not. Maybe it was more like 1 or 2. I don't fucking remember,
I honestly,
dude.
Yeah, I don't remember either. There's probably like over 300 episodes of Is It Kino and that are just like lost to time as far as I'm concerned. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they're archived somewhere, but I'm not going to go back and listen to them.
It's like the fucking Great Library of Alexandria, just gone.
Yeah.
All of that knowledge, all of that great insight.
Probably like extremely low quality microphones. My voice is probably super high pitched. I'm probably saying like the most offensive slurs I can think of instead of reviewing the film. It probably just a classic Kino era.
What a great time.
So if you had to do a tier list of all these new people, you know, I want you to rank them. We got Kino Corner, Weekend Warrior, Aggie, Heartsy, you, me, Florian. Where would you rank these people?
All right, so S tier, absolutely best.
Florian.
Kino Corner.
What? What do you mean? Why is Kino? What do you mean? Why is Kino in the S tier? He sucks.
Kino's like just like me.
No,
he's like me if I actually like wanted to be a filmmaker and put time into doing that.
Kino he's pretentious. He thinks he's more artistic when he's really autistic.
Yes.
And he'll go on a 3-minute rant, much like Aggie, but at least Aggie is saying something interesting or funny. Kino will just not shut the fuck up.
He's just like me for real.
No, at least when you talk, I want to listen.
All right. Well, okay. So,
But this is
maybe
your
he's
tier
in the-
list. You can put him in
Maybe he's
S.
in the A tier, but all right.
People
Trying to
do
think.
complain that your voices sound alike.
Yeah. I'm trying to think here. B tier.
Wait, so who all was in
Weekend
S
Warrior.
tier? I missed it.
You and
In Kino.
Kino. Yeah.
Okay, now A tier.
A tier. Nobody.
Wow.
B tier is Weekend Warrior.
Okay, well, why is he in B tier? You just don't like diversity?
I think he sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! God damn it! Heartsease A tier.
Okay.
I think it says a lot that I forgot about Heartsea, but yeah,
Well,
Heartsease.
he hardly ever shows up.
I like his insight into Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul stuff, even if he definitely cares about that show way too much.
Well, here's the thing, though. Heartsea is the ultimate Breaking Bad reviewer because he admitted, like, his dad watched it with him when he was 8 years old. Like we didn't literally grow up as small children watching this show. I can't even think of, like, a comparable thing for me. Like, I guess, like, Survivor. Like, I grew up watching Survivor, and that's why I still love it so much. That was Heartsea with Breaking Bad. So he has, like, a deep emotional childhood nostalgia attachment to this product that we can never relate to.
That makes so much sense, especially if you, like, literally grew up watching it. Like,
It's how he bonded with his
but I
adopted
can't-
father.
I can't imagine an 8-year-old watching that show and getting
No!
anything out of it, though. What
No,
the fuck?
I can't imagine showing that to an 8-year-old. Like,
It's a great show, but if I'm like 8 years old, I want to see like fucking Power Rangers or some shit. Not
well, that's why Heartsea is so fucked in the head, is that he was 8 and he loved it.
a stirring drama thing. Fuck.
If Heartsea is, I think he's 17, so when he was 8, 9 years ago, that would have been 2013. So they like got to binge the whole show when he was 8 years old.
Well, when I have an 8-year-old kid, I'm gonna show him fucking Mad Men when he's 8 years old and be like, "All right, boy, it's time to watch fucking Mad Men."
He's gonna start like fucking every girl at school and like cheating
he's
on
gonna-
all of them.
Be drinking and smoking cigarettes constantly.
Yeah.
It'll rule.
Erich, can I admit something dark and treacherous to you?
Yeah, sure.
I've not seen any Madman.
I was afraid that this day would come.
Should
why
I
the
watch
fuck
it?
not?
I'll watch
What?
it.
You should watch it. We should
Yeah.
watch it after we're done with our Breaking Bad.
Oh, so in 2
Odyssey.
years?
Yeah, in 2 years. Yeah, since we're doing a half a season every fucking month.
How many episodes is Madman?
I think it's 13 seasons. No, not 13
What?
seasons. I'm sorry, 13 episodes per season. Maybe it's 10, though. I think it's 13, though. 13 episodes a season, 7 seasons, I think.
Okay, well maybe I'll just like start watching that, you know, casually, because I'm all out of shows. I finished catching up on It's Always Sunny, and I was looking for something new.
You should watch The Leftovers, which is my favorite show.
Oh yeah, I think I have seen at least one episode of that, so yeah, I should finish
Okay.
that as well.
Yeah, keep watching that, because it's only 3 seasons, and it's very, like, I don't know.
Does it have a proper ending?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely figured out the ending. Fucking Damon Lindelof caught a lot of shit for Lost. So he really figured his shit out.
Oh, good. Yeah, I have not seen Lost either. Still have not watched The Wire, so I've not seen The Sopranos.
God! See, God damn it. So here's the thing. I have not seen Lost. I tried to watch Lost. I could not fucking get into like network TV. It's so fucking long.
And it's like 120 episodes.
It's insane. It's so many fucking episodes, and so many of them nothing fucking happens.
Damn.
And I just do not care. But yeah, fucking The Wire is amazing. We should have Florian on The Wire so he can see fucking how shit works in the United States. But,
Yeah, he would be shocked. He would think it's a joke.
Yeah, for sure. And then what? Sopranos? You haven't seen the fucking Sopranos?
Well, now that She-Hulk has spoiled it for me, what's even the point?
This sucks.
I will watch all of them before I die, unless I'm in a car accident tonight.
Like, here's the thing. Breaking Bad is great. I love Breaking Bad. But there's like 4 or 5 shows that are easily better than Breaking Bad for me.
Well, Let's
And we
hear them
just
because I got it. If something's better than Breaking Bad, I got to see it.
We just named them. It's Mad Men, The Wire, Deadwood, probably, The Leftovers.
What's Deadwood?
And, Deadwood is a like old cowboy kind of show.
Okay.
An old West town.
It's a Western that is better than Breaking Bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm completely down to clown if that's true, because
it's only 2 seasons though, so it's not like as built up.
So some
but
2-season
within those-
bullshit is better than Breaking Bad, Erich?
Yeah, but within those episodes, the fucking characters are so deep, the dialogue is great, the actors are amazing. Actually, it might be 3 seasons. I can't fucking remember.
What about Girls on HBO? Is that one of your top 5?
No, absolutely not.
You don't want to stick rocks in your little sister's vagina, Erich?
Oh, God. Every time I remember that she did that, I'm just like, why is this woman famous? What the fuck?
Okay, so everybody at home, Erich is giving you homework, former teacher Erich. Watch these 5 shows, and I guess I'm going to get on that.
And then, I don't think Succession is yet better than Breaking Bad, but Succession is
it's gonna be
the best thing right now.
By the end, Succession will be. God damn it, what's that Adam Scott show?
Severance. Severance is definitely one to watch.
Yeah, it's only 1 season so far, but goddamn, I loved it.
Yeah.
So
lots of good TV out
what
there.
order should I watch these shows in then?
I'd say watch The Sopranos first. Or maybe, no, yeah, Sopranos first.
Before Mad Men.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I think Sopranos was the first, prestige drama show.
The show that saved television.
Right. The first TV show that was we're going to do 13 episodes or whatever, and then you follow the same character throughout, and it's serious drama. It's as good as most movies, and they just keep going with that story. It's the first one that popularized that and really made that the standard. So
okay, I'm gonna put Sopranos next on my list, and I'll report back. I remember 2 months ago I said I started watching 24. I gave up after 2 episodes.
Wow, you only got 2 hours into that story, and
boring.
You were yeah, I never got into 24. It doesn't help that that's those were the Republican talking points of the day. Which was we need Jack Bauer to walk in and torture someone to death to get the codes for the nuclear fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works every single time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like the style of it. I like that, they show 4 things
I
on
love
screen
that
at once.
concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is that, but also everybody's does he take a shit? When does he take a shit?
Yeah, and also it's 12 fucking seasons, so no thank you.
Yeah, I think at
12
least...
times 24, that's too many hours for me.
I think at least 20 minutes of the season should be him on the shitter every season.
Well, we don't always see him. Maybe he's shitting when we see the terrorists and stuff.
I wish they showed him.
That would have been a valuable use of time.
Love that.
Mr. Coffee wants to know, why did my dad leave?
It's entirely your fault. He hated you particularly, and he wanted to get out of your life specifically.
Yeah, if you're the type of person who is on the Mumkey Jones Patreon Discord, you wasted money to do this, there's no way your dad had any respect for you.
Mm-hmm. And you should apologize to him.
Yeah, call him and say, Dad, you were right to leave me, and I don't think I can improve, so goodbye forever.
Give him the option to come back. Don't ask him to come back. Be I'd understand if you didn't.
Set yourself up for rejection. I think it would feel good. This next question we might want to skip. Kevin Ito says, "Are you all cunny pilled?"
I plead the fifth on this one.
I'm just gonna say no. I don't even need to plead the fifth. It's just a straight no.
Yeah, I agree with that no answer. What the fuck?
This one is gonna be hard, and God damn it, I should have done research. Spinda wants to know, what is our favorite movie of the past 5 years? That is so fucking hard.
Ooh.
I can't even remember what all came out in the last 5 years.
Does that mean back to 2018 or...
2017.
Okay, 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018. No, it would be 2018.
Okay, well, whatever works.
No, maybe halfway into 2017. Trying to think.
Yeah, can we just list off good movies from the last 5 years, and then maybe we'll be, enlightened to the answer? I'm thinking in no particular order. Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I think that was in the last 5 years.
Parasite was really
Parasite, Joker, but that's not going to be my favorite. But it's up there. I love Joker.
Wow. Dune.
Whatever. I couldn't even finish Dune.
Oh my god! Fuck.
It's not even a complete film. It's a waste of time.
I really need to. Fuck you. I really need to look back at my lists because I think every year I make like my list of top 10 movies.
That's right. A Ghost Story.
Oh, I fucking love A Ghost Story.
Yep, me too. I've watched it probably over 10 times at this point.
Oh my god, I've only seen it once, and I really want to revisit it. I know.
I love showing that one to people to see if they have the same emotional reaction, and nobody ever has. I think I'm the only one who has this deep-seated fear of the future, I guess, or like time passing in extreme amounts.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. Oh, The Green Knight I really enjoyed.
As one of your favorites of the last 5 years?
Yeah, easily.
Damn,
easily.
You and Kino Corner need to do a review on that, because he made like a whole video praising it.
Yeah, for sure. What other movie looks that good for that little money? Holy shit.
What was the budget on there?
It was probably like $20 or $30 million.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Fuck. Like, I
Uncut Gems?
Uncut Gems?
Good Time, but I think that might have been 2017.
That would have been earlier, I think, yeah. I just rewatched Uncut Gems the other night.
Isn't it
really
Kino? So Kino.
It really is. 2020.
This is hard. I don't know if I can pick a favorite.
Movies. We love the dead air. We love it.
Hey, we're doing research to figure out the answer to this important question.
All right. Let's see here.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Knives Out I really loved in the last couple of years.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Dr. Sleep was
Glass
amazing.
Onion I think is coming out either at the end of this year or next year.
We're definitely going to Kino Glass Onion, right?
Hell yeah.
What the? There's back to 2018.
The live action Lion King.
Oh, First Reformed. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you for even reminding me that exists.
When you said First Reformed, it reminded me of Boo 2, Medea's Halloween.
Why did that remind you of that?
You know what? It's a forgotten memory at this point. I can't even recall why.
Mission Impossible. What's the newest one? Fallout, I think.
Okay.
It's really fucking good.
Oh, Top Gun Maverick?
Top Gun Maverick, the fucking best movie of the year.
Yeah.
Easily. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was really cool.
Infinity War?
No.
You didn't like Infinity War?
I liked Infinity War, but the best movie of the last couple years.
That's my favorite Marvel movie.
Wow.
Didn't you just say Spider-Man?
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like the new one. I was like, that was not that good.
No, Jesus Christ. I like that movie the less, like even less the more I like time goes on, the more I think about it.
Yeah.
What a shamble of a movie. What a just like, all right, we have one good idea. Let's just.
Did you see they're doing the same thing again with Deadpool and Wolverine?
God, I can't like.
You don't want to see Hugh Jackman come back as a 65-year-old man?
Look, Logan was a good fucking ending for that character.
And a good movie.
And they're really just convinced that that's all people want to see. Just throw every superhero into the fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe and see what happens. That's burnt out by that shit.
So, have we answered the question? I think we've named off like 20 great movies.
I really want to go back through my list and give a more complete answer for that. But yeah, for now, I think that'll have to do.
Yeah, we can. Maybe we'll do
Drive My Car from last year.
I thought you were going to say Drive and just end it there. But that's
Drive was like a decade ago.
Yeah, it's like 12 years ago, I think.
Jesus Christ.
And guess what? I did not know that Drive existed, and one day our friend Dakota said, hey, let's go see a movie, and he took me to Drive, and I had no clue what was going on, and it was great.
I remember I went to see Drive, and I invited my brother to go see it with me, and he's like, oh, is that a movie about cars? I don't want to see that. And I was like, no, it seems like it'll be a cool movie.
Is that what he said when you invited him to see Cars 2?
No, I have never seen
What
Cars
is that, a
2,
movie
never
about
will.
cars?
Never will. But yeah.
Oh, never
came
will,
out
huh? Okay, yeah, let's keep that in mind next time I win a bet and I make us pick a movie to watch.
God damn it.
I'll make you watch the whole fucking Cars trilogy, motherfucker.
Do you like those movies?
I've never seen them.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Let's keep it that way.
Batman vs. Superman is not in the last 5 years, right? I mean, that's like the best movie ever made.
No, wasn't that 2017?
It's like 2016, I think.
No, 2016. You're right. Yeah.
It was supposed to come out the same weekend as Civil War, and then somebody pussied out and moved it.
Zack Snyder's Justice League, one of my favorite movies in the last.
It was surprisingly good, but I don't know about
it's
favorite.
so long, 4 hours. Holy shit!
Well, more movies should be 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like that Blonde movie. I need an extra hour of rape.
I'm gonna watch that tomorrow night.
Oh
Probably.
boy, get the lotion ready, buddy.
Can't wait. Rubbing my hands together.
Florian
Licking my lips.
Florian says he's back from the gym and back from showering, so he wants to record Is It Kino. So I guess I'll do one last question before we say goodbye.
All right, sounds good.
Major D says, what is your take on the public school system these days? And we've talked about it a little bit, but maybe as somebody who worked in it, you can really point out all the flaws and problems that we're facing today.
Yeah, I think it's a big problem where it's a monster that the more money you give to, sometimes the less you'll actually get out of it, in a way, where you can give a school shit tons of money, and if it's not properly allocated, it'll just keep eating money. I think we should keep giving these schools tons of money because I don't see how any other way to run them. But like the No Child Left Behind policy was fucking awful, where so much of the funding was tied to how kids perform in school. So you essentially had all the schools where kids were doing poorly getting less and less money, and then guess what? The kids are going to do worse and worse and worse. So like, it's the problem where I don't see a better way to do these things coming about with all of the things that we need to do, but it's a fucking awful system.
I think we need to allocate more money for the football team and less for the dramatic arts. You know, what are they doing?
Every field should be turf, and then they should change it back to regular grass, and they should do that every 5 years. That's how they should spend the money.
Did you get the impression that teachers resent the football coach for being the highest paid person at the school?
Yeah, generally speaking. They
what a
should.
hard job they have, telling kids to do a sit-up.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough. You know, that lesson plan probably took a whole 5 minutes.
I can't imagine majoring in phys ed and being like, okay, so this is how many push-ups you're supposed to do. This is how many sit-ups you're supposed to do. Just make sure the kids do those, and then there it is. That's it.
Yeah.
Go play dodgeball, kids.
That's right. Dodgeball.
Go play golf.
Competitive dodgeball, I would be there every Friday night to watch that. Football games, no thank you. But for the Erich McCoy exclusive interview episode of the Treehouse Podcast, I think we're coming to an end. Erich, would you like to plug your brand new YouTube channel?
Yeah, you can find me over at the Erich channel. Type Erich after YouTube and get the Page Does Not Exist page. That's my page.
What about your Twitter? You want to plug that?
Yeah, sure. You can find me on Twitter at TZARREVAN. Come over there and bug me about not being a teacher anymore.
And I'm about 800 pages shy of finishing all the Song of Ice and Fire books that are currently released.
Holy shit.
So
wow.
Once I finish Dance with Dragons, should we do an episode just reviewing the book series somehow?
Yes, we should. You should also... Did you read Fire and Blood?
No. Should I read that?
Read that one next.
Okay.
Because I'm going to start reading that, actually.
I figured it was basically just like filler. We're watching the show. Like the show, it sounds like the show is better than the book because it's filling in all the gaps.
The show has more detail than the book, but I think the book is interesting because it's like from different perspectives. So like there's like a lecherous little dwarf jester guy that's telling all the licentious sexy stories, and then this old maester is like telling the like quote unquote official record, and the truth is probably in between those two people's accounts. It's kind of cool. I like the format of that.
Well, I was going to start reading The Wheel of Time, but it sounds like I need to read Fire and Blood first.
I also started reading I started listening to The Wheel of Time because it's read by Rosamund Pike. she can sure read a book, huh?
Yeah. I read like the first fourth of the first one like a year ago, and then I started reading Song of Ice and Fire, but I want to go back to it because like in like the prologue, there's like he's like regarded as like this great hero, but they say like he like just murdered his whole family and gets like sucked up in a beacon of light or some crazy shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I'm
dragon.
Like, I'm wondering how many books later will I find out what was going on.
Figure it out what's going on there.
Yeah, that is thrilling to me. I'm very excited when I get to that in a year or whenever I read that shit.
If you ever end up watching the TV show will spoil something for you that apparently only you learn near the end of the series.
What the fuck?
Do you want to know what it is?
No!
Okay,
no.
All right. Then don't watch the TV show then.
Definitely will not. What the fuck? Okay, well, for Is It Kino? Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.